Howdy YouTube. So you may notice something is different. I did my Nuka Cola machine, 3D print, 16 inches tall, and it works. Oh, sorry, hitting my head on other displays that are falling apart. But it's in scale. It was not easy doing that cursive up there, and weathered it pretty well, I think. Maybe a bit much in some places, but I think it fits. Got the weathering in the back there, weathering up front. I wanted an inside machine so it doesn't have the sun damage. I think it turned out pretty nice. I kind of want to put a actual TV up there, but I am pretty darn satisfied with it. When you first paint something, it's always, you're very analytical about it. So you're just kind of looking and looking and looking. Wow, it looks a lot brighter red on camera. It's just imagine it like 2 shades lower. Kind of like, there you go. That's a little bit better. So you got the mandatory bumps, and as you see, those are actually indented. Went up in there with a Dremel, and it's lower than the paint. Then of course it has more paint on it. I'm really a big fan of in here too. I haven't done the white walls yet on the sides, but you got the fans back there. Everything's all rusty and musty, as it should be. I'll paint that white on the inside too, I think, and hide these magnets. But all in all, I am pretty close to feeling satisfied with that. And as you can see, I got this guy kind of set up. He's not Fallout character, but he plays one on TV. No. Yeah, he's about scale. So if you have him standing up straight, he's going to be just about the top of that N on Nuka Cola, which is how it is in the game. I checked with an average. Well, I think I made my character a little bit taller than average, but it's in scale. Everything works scale-wise. And paint-wise, I think it's in between like a pristine Nuka Cola machine and a severely weathered. So it's kind of cool having my own little variation on it. But by and large, I copied what I see in the game. Just less weathering, and it doesn't have the pinkish hue that comes with the sun damage and the cracking. Maybe I'll put a little bit of cracking, but got weathering on top a little bit of weathering up here. This thing has rust all over it in the game, just everywhere. But I did tone it down a little bit because it's not out in the elements 24/7. Over the years, 200 and some odd years, you're gonna get some weathering just from condensation and all that jazz. But I had to do the mandatory big rusty ding by Nuka Cola. Most of the rust, I was just thinking it's from the machine, just running and running, because I'm guessing it's nuclear powered. So it's like it just doesn't stop running for 200 years, and slowly but surely you're going to get all sorts of, condensation building up. And basically all the seams on the machine kind of rusted out. And that's how it looks in the game, just less so on this. It was a fun project. I will never do freehand cursive again, like bubble type. No, that's not good. It's not fun. And getting it centered and to scale, yeah, that was a nightmare. A lot of it was dumb luck on that. So thankfully, I got most of it in one go. But I did have to stretch out the N and the C, do a little bit of shaping on the A. The K is still a little wacky. But, maybe a raider at some point decided to touch it up while he was on some meds, some buff out or something. And yeah, pretty satisfied with it. I also got this guy. I don't know if I showed anybody on YouTube about that. And I also did this. Yeah. That's actually from the Ghostbusters, but I thought it kind of fit, so I just threw it up in there. I'm gonna be starting working on some work on some walls. I don't think they're tall enough though, what I got, so I'll have to be modding the crap out of it. I don't know if I got that PC in the last one. I think I did. I got a lot of shit. So, I mean, we got the ghoul, and that's his meds here, his skin stuff here. Got bottle caps, hey. And I guess that's the med. He puts that in his mouth, and it's like a inhaler kind of thing to the left of the bottle caps. I do not like my fan looking that way. No, no, everything has to be perfect. Not really. It's a mess. That I could not make this diorama if everything had to be clean and proper. This is the epitome of not clean and proper. But I'm running out of room. That's the thing. Do I want to make a second shelf, take out the Mandalorian stuff or whatever? I'm not taking out the Batman stuff. Love the Batman stuff, but I don't know. I'm probably going to take out those lockers in the back, push that back a little bit more so it kind of blends, and then do something like a wall right here. Because it breaks it a lot to me, seeing all this other crap on the other side. I love you, Batman, but no. Don't need to see you like God staring into the diorama. Anyhow, that's my biggest update. I'm waiting for a couple other little things. Giddy Up Buttercup and just little things that fit the area. Stuff you'd find in games. And that's how all this happened, is finding little tiny things that fit in the game. The occasional big thing like this guy here. And these and that and that. It's just kind of compiled over the years. I think this is what, 5 years I've been working on this? 4 or 5. Maybe 6. Who knows? Time just flies. Got my flamers. All sorts of goodness. But yeah, that really pops, that Nuka Cola machine. Maybe because it's still new. I mean, it doesn't look new, but it's new to me. Yeah. Those fans on the inside are super cool. Yeah, it just makes it, there's a certain symmetry too. You got red and white over here. You got red and white over here now. I didn't really plan it that way. Then you got the Vault Tech colors. And then everything around it's kind of grayish and metallic. You got the camo colors on the turrets because they're all business. And yeah, a lot of yellows, reds, and blues. It's awesome. And I still got my other Nuka Cola back there. It's been out of service for a while. Anyhow, just thought I'd show it off. Y'all have a great one.